Hello, hi folk. Dee, as you can see, in the house. And I'm here this evening just to give you an update on the horrible attempt of the kidnapping of the two children in Clondalkin, two wee little girls. The mother I was speaking to today is absolutely beside herself with worry, absolutely terrified, as is the father of the children, absolutely beside themselves with worry. Especially when they're being kept in the dark by the Garda Síochána, and no visit from them, no way did they come to contact them, take statements, do anything. They're completely left in the dark. But I asked her, could she give me a little rundown on exactly what happened? Because as you know, we don't want to be going out there with suspicions without the word from the horse's mouth themselves. And the young mother, absolutely petrified at the thoughts of what could have happened if one of her little twin girls hadn't run into the house in the panic that she did in Balgaddy in Clondalkin. And that's why I want to put a warning out here today and this evening to all you people in Clondalkin, Halle, Cherry Orchard, Ballyfermot, all the surrounding areas. Your children are in more danger than they've ever been in this country, thanks to the imported voters by Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, and the rest of the gangsters in Gangster House that's putting the children of this country in very serious danger of vile things happening to them, if not death. God knows what could have happened to this little girl. She's one of a pair of twins. And she said, my twin daughters were out playing outside the garden with their little friends. One of the twins came running into the house to tell me that the kidnapper was trying to take her sister. She nearly collapsed into my arms. Now, pale-faced, I ran out in a blind panic, not knowing what was going on. I couldn't see my daughter. I couldn't see the other daughter. I was panicking. I was running all over the place. I was just panicking. I couldn't see her anywhere. My husband had just pulled up from being at the shops, and I was screaming at him of what my child had told me and what was going on, what she had told me. He flew around the corner seeing if he could see anything. He flew in a panic. Someone told him that that little Abby was in a neighbour's house. A neighbour had taken her in. The man had grabbed her by the arms. He brought her back to her mother after getting her from the neighbours and ran to look, in her words, for the scum of the earth, the scumbag. Garda were on the scene very quick because they were in an area on a different incident. And many Garda cars arrived not long afterwards. The mother was so petrified, she just couldn't take in what was going on around her. Their little friend was also a victim and a target of this fiend, because little Abby got out of his grip, and then he got a hold of the friend by the leg. How he got her by the leg and by the ankle, I don't know. And with the force that he grabbed her with, her shoe came flying off. She must have fell to the ground or something, is all I'm thinking, that he got her by the leg. Because when the little Abby got out of his grip, he got our little friend by the leg. And he had her by the ankle, dragging her. When someone came to her aid, her shoe went flying. It came off, she said, with the force of the way he grabbed her. The scene was getting frantic, and the guard arrested a man, and you're not going to believe what they arrested him on a suspected drug search. That's what they arrested him on, for his own safety. Yeah, instead of for what he was being accused of. For his own safety, for his safety, not the children's safety, for his safety. Maybe it was just as well they took him out of there, because God knows what that father and the people that ran out of houses would have done to him. Would he have deserved it for trying to take 2 little children? Hell yeah. He was released within hours, and they never even came back near the mother. They're left in the dark. They're left wondering what's happening. They haven't been told anything. Someone will be in touch with you. Someone will come up to you to get a statement, and they'll get somebody to take the statement from the kids. That was on Tuesday. They haven't heard a thing. So I advised the mother, get down to that Garda station in Clondalkin, and you tell them you're here on a very serious matter and you want to make a statement now. Why is he walking the streets of our communities? Why? Why is this fiend walking the streets of our community, knowing damn well that he tried to take 2 children in a built-up working class area? Why? Why is our children being put in this danger? They've been flooded into working class communities where there's schools and children out playing on beautiful days like this. Why was he allowed out to walk amongst the children in our community? Why? Are they going to wait till he kills some child? And is that what they're waiting on? And then take him into custody? These need to be sent back to their countries. Now, the people there thought he was of the Roma community, but I'm at to seeing his picture, and he doesn't look Roma to me. Romas are very dark hair. He didn't look Roma to me. He looked more Arab to me. I could be wrong as well. I stand to be corrected on that. But this young mother and father was totally ignored by them. They haven't even gotten back to them. I hope they did go down this evening to Clondalkin Garda Station or wherever they have to go, because it's a disgusting, vile thing that happened to this little family. You have the psyops that are trying to get out there about the attacks on Indians, when the stats of the Garda turned around and says, no, there is no hype on any Indians. A little Indian child, I think she was 7 years of age or something, starts to taunt and jeer the traveller community children. And when they jeer her back and tell her to go back where she belongs, the whole country is up in arms. Every newspaper, the Garda, you name it, an investigation. No attempt of kidnapping at them. No one put their hands on them. The mother's story changed so many times. Nobody could keep up with her. It's all the psyops to bring in the hate speech law. But look at this. This kid goes out and taunts travelling community children as if they haven't been put through enough in this country and every other country. But this child, not one paper went to interview the traveller children that was being taunted by this little Indian girl. They're only kids. But them kids, that little Indian girl didn't get that about travellers from nowhere. She had to hear it from somewhere. Not one paper went to interview the families of the travelling children that was being taunted by this little girl. The mother's story so many times changed, it's unbelievable. None of them could be believed. And we don't believe it happened at all. We do believe that there was a confrontation with the kids, verbally. But I'd love to find out the parents of those travellers, because I tell you, I'd be there to interview them and put it out and get it out everywhere. But the danger for this hype that's getting put up for these people, that the Irish children are being left in, and not even an actual crime did happen. Not a psyops, an actual crime. And the Garda never even had the decency to get back to this mother and father of these children. 2 little girls. God knows what this animal would have done to them if he'd gotten out of that estate with them. God only knows. Only for the little girl, Abby, had a sense to get out of his grip. And then he tried to get a friend, and when she got into the house, she screamed that he had that friend. Only for they come out and saved that friend as well that he had by the ankle. God only knows what he would have done to them. I can't even picture what's going through that mother's head. I can't even picture it. She must be absolutely beside herself with fear. Shame on the Garda for not getting back to her. Not one word out of social media about it. Had that been an Indian child, a non-national child, it would be over every newspaper, not a word about it, because they're Irish in their own country. Despicable. Absolutely despicable the way this pack of gangsters in gangster houses treating the people of this country. And it has got to stop. Got to stop. Share this everywhere, people. Get this out there. Get the face of him, because I'm going to have the face of him up here just after this. I haven't got the room left on this phone to add the photograph in as well. Please get this out there and get it everywhere. And get his face all over social media. He tried to take 2 children just up the road from me in Clondalkin. Warning people. A warning for people of Clondalkin, Cherry Orchard, Ballyferma and surrounding areas. Be vigilant. Because the government don't care about your children. If they're Indian or any other nationality, they care. But if you're Irish, your children are Irish, they don't matter. They don't matter. And this is proof of it. They didn't even come back to see was those parents okay. The mother was nearly having a heart attack. They didn't care. All they cared about was the safety of this fiend, and that's all I can call him. Because I don't want to say anything else on here and let myself down. I don't. And let the mother of those children down. Despicable. My heart goes out to this mother and father of this child. And the mother and father of the other child. Their little friend. They must be frantic with worry of the thought of what could have happened to them if the people hadn't come out. And if little Abby hadn't been brave enough to get out of his grip. God bless you, children. And God keep you safe. For the moment, over and out. Day.